Afternoon, Jules here from JoolsEDesigns at JT Creations. So welcome to my channel. So what we've got is we've got some more pretty little envelope pockets. We've got them out of boot page and they're tied with ribbons, and we've got some pretty papers from Digitals. Now to get this, I have used this punch that I got from Temu, and it does three sizes. It does a 1.5 inch, it does a 2 inch, and it does a 2.5 inch. These are 2.5 inches, and what they are is they're strips from an A4 sheet of paper, and you just put them in as far as they'll go, turn it round and punch it. Then what I do is I crease it at 3 inches, fold it, and then crease it just an 1/8 above that. So I've got these, which it's just a digital printed on craft card, as you can see, and it's one of the Flower of Scotland. I've got boot page. Now these were just strips of boot page. That's too thin, I think. Yeah, that's 2 inches, so we'll see. So I'm putting that in, so we've got that round one there. I think these are 2.5 inches, yeah. So I'm putting this in. Now what I am doing is, before I do anything, I'm folding these down so that they're the same height. They're 8.25. If you want 8.5, if if you're in the US and you've got, because it's 11 by 8.5, you do it to 8.5. And just let me get my. So I'm just going to stick this down. And my book page, they've been doubled up because it's kind of encyclopedia paper, so it's a little bit thinner. So I've folded it in. I've stuck two together, as you can see, and I just stick them down with glue stick. I don't. And then if I miss any, I just do it back down. So then what I'll do is I'll put the folded edge in, and again the folded edge in. That one I don't think we were putting in, were we? Right, we'll see. We'll see if we can get anything out of that. And let me see what I've got here. Right, I've got some strips here, bits of a daisy. We'll see what these are. So they're not quite 2.5, but they're not 2, so they're 2 1/4. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting them in, pushing them in as far as I can, and then I'm just gauging the middle so you can see. Which is fine. See that one again. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this one's 2 inches. This is just away. So we'll kind of leave them to one side to start with, and I'm going to use espresso truffle because it's kind of a black brown. We've got that one. We've got this one. Now I did say that we did it at 3 inches, we score it. And then it's about, so if we put that there, that's 3, and then we do 3 1/8 on that one. So we've got that, so we'll do 3, fold it in, 3 1/8. I think these might be a bit too so that's just under the 2. So that's that one. I think there maybe is a bit too fold that over and I might make nice tiny little, and then we can make little bits of ephemera to go out to there. So that was just under the 2. Right, we'll do that one and we'll take it off at that. That's the extent of my measuring. So we've got that one. Got that one. I'm just going to take a little bit off this so that you've got that. I've got that. So we've got these, got that. I'm going to, oh, right, I've got a little rip in there, so I'll put the little notch in. Again, we're going to do a thumb notch in this one. I think that's kind of a okay, and then what I'm looking at is I've got this bit of book page, and this is a bit of Edith Holden, and it's 9 inches, so I'm just going to cut it to the 2.5. I might change the, yeah, we'll change it to, I think we'll go with rich cocoa. That's more of a reddy brown, but we'll see. Ah, that's it. It's still dark, but it's more of a reddy brown. And I'm not being too precise about inking around the edges. I think the rougher it's inked, the better it looks actually. And then we've got the Edith Holden. And this is a December page, so it's kind of all the December flowers. So it's the ivy, the fairest plant. It's just giving information about ivy. I'll give a bit of And there we are. So we've got all those. So we'll put that back. And we'll just shove that there out the way. And I think we'll deal with the bigger ones first. So we've got the 2 boob page, we've got the 3 of them, and we've got the 4 boob page, Edith Holden, and then we've got the little ones. So I've got some. If you're part of my Facebook group, this will be a freebie. It's just mini tags done with the Flower of Scotland paper, and you've got just cream, so you can that on there. So it's a page with, I think there are 2 by 3 tags, there's 8 of them, and then there's 4 little kind of mini label tags, and they're part script, part tartan. They're not on my Ko-fi, no, they're just, it's a file on my Facebook group, and it's just for my Facebook subscribers. I do put stuff on my Ko-fi freebies, but there is some stuff that goes for my Facebook group subscribers as well. There's more interaction with Facebook group. People like to show what they've done with the freebies. And we'll put that one in there. Oh. So what's happened is that one's lifted off. So if you get that, if you've stuck 2 pages together and you get that, you just stick it back on. That's it. So we've got that one. We've got our little labels here. I'm just gonna that was just a bit of ephemera that was just too big. So we've got that. So we've got those full. We'll have these. And I'm just cutting them out. I should have done it all beforehand, but I just printed them off. I forgot I had these. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to put so what I'm doing is I'm putting the circle one in there. And that's it. So just lift it up, put the bottom of your circle punch in, and you usually have like little bobbles on, and it's the halfway mark. If you want a deep one, if you don't want a deep one, just pull it back a little bit and then just gauge the halfway mark and then keep it lifted like that, and you'll get your and there we are. So we've got them, and then we've got our little labels, so we'll see if these fit in. Yes, we'll do in fact what I'll do is I'll do a little ticket in this one because I quite like the little tickets. And there we are. Just move all this out the way and we'll get some labels and finish them off with ribbon and labels, I think. So I think we'll do these two first. And what labels have we got? You Are Loved, I quite like that one. Now where are we going to put this one? Are we going to put it on the top, I think? And what have we got here? No Grit, No Pearl. Ah, they're both No Grit, No Pearl. And I think we'll put that one on the bottom. That's Butterfly. So we'll put those ones back. What have we got? This one. I'd rather wear flowers in my hair than diamonds around my neck. So I think we might put that one on the Edith Holden. Or should we put that on the, yep, on the boot page. So you can use any papers for these envelopes, and they're just 2.5 inches width and 8 1/4 inches if you want deeper envelopes. I mean, they're 9. So you can see they're a little bit bigger. Got some and these are just labels that I've not fully cut out. And I just like to have like loads of little labels just and I'm going to put that one on the side because this is kind of like an advertising label. Put that there. Now have a look. That down there. And we've got Soulful. You can have more than one label. You can have several labels if you want. It's entirely up to you. You can have pictures, you can have pretty flowers. That one, and little bit of. So I'm going to put that on. And I'm going to put something over the top of the straight edge. That's the rough edge. And be a voice, not an echo. Yep. I think my sponge is finally... The dome sponges that I had on these that I've had for ages, I never really liked them, but I've put them on and they're just disintegrating, so that's what happens. So if you get sponge, don't use them, because if you don't, they'll just disintegrate. And this is an Eau de Lavender label. It's rounded at the top. I'm going to have that there. Yep. And we'll put that there. And take that out, and we'll just there we are. Oh, we've got a hole. And you can stitch these down on your sewing machine if you want. There we are. And should we have, I think we've got a Tracy Fox label. I think I'm running out of these. Put that there. That's there. And I think we'll go for some different labels. I've got, no, I'm going to go into a different pot. That was what I was doing labels with the other day. So these. And we'll have this one. That's going there, so I'm going to have that there. And we've got we'll have this one. And I've got one that should have been put away, but I'll think that's that. Oh, we've got 2 here. So I'm going to go with some of these. So we've got going to go with our at the top. Down. Put that one there, and I think we'll have that one there, just with the blue round about it. Okay, and there we are, and then this one. And excursion on the top. And we'll put that round that way, and that one there. There we are. So we'll have those back in there. These ones will go back in the big drawer. They're all separate. Might have that one on there. Yep. And there we are. I think yep. I like the craft card to do more labely things on than the book page. I like the book page as well. But there we are. So now what we're looking for is we're looking for ribbon. So I've got red ribbon here, and I'm just wondering if I should do it. I think I'm going to do that through that one and do it at the bottom. So I'll just pull the ribbon a bit, tie it, the short end, loop it round and through, and there we are. We've got I'm looking at I've got these ribbons. These are organza ribbons, and I'm going to do the gold on the book page, I think. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for probably, that's about it. And it's up to you, you don't have to tie these with ribbon. I just like to tie them with ribbon. You can tie them with string. I'm going to try some with twine, I think. So there we've got another one. I haven't got a green. These ribbons I've had for years. I think I got from Create and Craft. I would have bought a couple. It was when I was doing wedding stationery. So and I've got loads of ribbon left, so I just kind of use it up. I've got that one. Where's my twine? So we'll have some with twine. And this twine I bought in Cyprus and brought it home with me because I quite liked it. It's garden twine. I got it from a hardware shop. Probably easier to do garden twine. Yeah. Again, another one. I did have some other type of twine, but I don't know what's happened to it, so I think we'll tie one at the top. And that one is tied at the top. Let's see what else we've got. We'll do some baker's twine. Yeah, and I'm going to have baker's twine on this one. Grey baker's twine. And yellow baker's twine. We'll do the yellow baker's twine. This is just card that I was playing about with inks and things like that, so and there we are. And we'll put them away. So there we are, we've got quite a lot there. We have done a mass made. Let me have a look. So we've got those, we've got our book page with ribbon, we've got our Edith Holden with ribbon and baker's twine, and we've got these with we had 3 of them. Yep. So there we are. We've got 9, and then we've got the ones that I did offline. So I hope you get something from that. You don't have to have that like that. You can just have it folded over. You can fold it over like that. And fold it over like that if you want. You don't have to have the fancy notch, but I'm just doing it because I have got that fancy punch, and I just want to let people know that, you know, what they can do with it. So enough of the waffle. That's lots and lots of stuff to go in journals, popped in pockets. I think that's the only pockets I've got. Got them. What pockets have we got? We've got the, don't think I've got, right, we've got that pocket. So yeah, so we could put that in there. We've got a pocket here. So I would maybe change the twine to a ribbon that matches. Anyway, I hope you get a lot out of that. I know I've really enjoyed it. I've not stuck that down. I've really enjoyed making these, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.